Hello and blessings. This is day 3 on my 29 days of glory. And I decided to do 29 days of glory because actually my birthday is July 29th. So I just wanted to get on every day and to sow seeds of wisdom, love, and encouragement as God leads, as it leads up to my birthday. So I'm excited about that. And just excited about getting on and sharing. I really want to take time to thank each of you for taking the time to watch the videos. I don't take that for granted, and I don't take it lightly that you would take time to watch, and then also that you would leave words of encouragement or say how the videos bless you. That just uplifts my spirit. It encourages me to continue to do them, and it just blesses my heart in knowing that obedience to God and giving what He gives me to share is helping others. And so I wanted to encourage everyone today to ask God for wisdom. A lot of times we try to do things and navigate life and try to figure it out for ourselves. But one, He's already left us a blueprint for life and living. But He also reminds us in His word in James chapter 1 that if we lack wisdom, we can ask Him and He will give it to us liberally, not holding anything back. But He also tells us to ask in faith, not wavering, for a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So God wants us to inquire of Him. He wants to know that we trust Him, that we trust His plan for our lives, and He wants us to ask for wisdom, and He wants us to ask in faith. He wants us to ask believing that He's heard our request and that He's directing our lives and that He's going to give us just what He needs. James chapter 1 verse 5 says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given to him. Verse 6 says, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. That's verse 7. And verse 8 says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So God just reminds us in His word that He wants to give us wisdom, and He'll give it to us freely. He'll give it to us liberally. But we have to ask Him, and then we have to believe, and trust that He is, giving us principles of wisdom, downloading wisdom principles to us, that we're finding the wisdom that He's put in His word. He says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Not that the knowledge is not there. It's just that we're not taking the time to get it, and He's giving it to us. So I want to encourage you to ask God for wisdom in how you navigate life and your decisions. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us to trust in the Lord with all our hearts and to lean not into our own understanding. In all of our ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct our paths. It is so true. When we acknowledge God in all of our ways, He does direct our paths. That's what He wants. He's a good Father, and He wants to father us. He wants to protect us, because that's what good fathers do. They want to give us wise counsel. They want to advise us. I had a wonderful father, and that's what he did. He gave me wise counsel. He prepared me for life. He navigated me through those things, and what it does is relationships, sitting and talking and convening with Him and fellowshipping with Him. That time, that time is invaluable. And that's what God wants us. He wants us to sit down. He wants us to fellowship with Him. He wants us to talk to Him. He wants to know that we trust Him as Abba Father, that we trust Him as our dad, as our Father. And so I'm so very, very thankful that I get to share these principles with you. And I want to encourage you to ask God for wisdom. There is so much going on. There's so many different opinions and things that we're hearing now, so many things that are being thrown at us with what's going on in our country at this point. But the one thing that is consistent, and as always, is God. He's never changing. He's from everlasting to everlasting. He is God, and He doesn't change. He remains the same, and He loves us with an everlasting love. He has not changed His mind about you. He has not changed His mind about me. He loves us with an everlasting love. So be encouraged and know that God wants to direct your life. He wants you to win. When you are on His team, you are on the winning team. You are on the winning team. You can't help but to win. but trust that he is downloading you with wisdom, and where you lack wisdom, ask him for it. And I think about Daniel when it says that God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom. And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. And that was in Daniel chapter 1, verses 17. It says God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom. And just as he did with Daniel, he's no respecter of persons. He can do the same with you. Ask God, Lord, give me knowledge and skill in all wisdom and learning. Help me to know, help me to navigate, help me to be wise in things in life and situations and circumstances. And just like Solomon went to God. He took an offering to God, but he went to God with a heart that says, I want to lead right. I want to lead your people right. In me, I know I can't do it, but in you, if you give me wisdom, if you give me knowledge, if you give me understanding, I know that I can, because it's coming from the source, the true source, the one that looks out for our best interests, that knows what's best for us. He says, if I trust you and get wisdom from you, then I'm equipped to lead effectively. I'm equipped to serve effectively. And that's how we have to be. We have to ask God to equip us to lead effectively, to equip us to serve effectively, to equip us, to download us with his wisdom. And so I encourage you to ask God for wisdom and seek his presence, meditate on his word day and night. But you can only meditate on the word if you get it in you. So you got to get it in you. Spend that time in the word so that you will know his voice, so that your ears will be attuned to his frequency. And that he says, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not hear. Well, when you get that word in you, when you begin relationship with God and spending time with him in prayer, you begin to learn his voice. You begin to know how he thinks. You begin to know how he speaks. And a strange voice you won't hear. So you become attuned to the frequency of God. And it's my prayer that we will all become attuned to the frequency of God, that we will all operate from a place of wisdom and knowledge, and that we will be able to help each other win in this life, that we're in this together, that we're not apart, that we're not separated. When one wins, we all win, that we're in this together, and we want to see each other win, because understand this, that it's one body. It's many members, many administrations, many variances of how those gifts are in operation, but it's still just one body. And if any part of that body is not functioning properly, the body is fragmented. So we need each other to function properly. We need each other to win. We need each other to network and to navigate. We need each other, but don't let seeking people keep you from seeking God. Seek God first, and he'll pull your network together. He'll give you the tools and the wisdom to navigate and to be in the right places at the right time. But seek him first. And so I encourage you, get the wisdom of God for your life, for your family, for your business, for your ministry, for whatever God has put in you, for the book that he's given you to write. Ask him, Lord, what would you have me to write? For the nonprofit, Lord, ask him, how would you have me to serve? For the nonprofit, where are the grants? Where's the money to actually fund the vision that you've given me? Lord, it's out there. I know it's out there. Show it to me. And he's going to do just that. So it's my prayer that we all position and structure ourselves to win by getting the wisdom of God, by gleaning from his knowledge, the blueprint that he's left us in the Bible, and using that to navigate this thing that we call life. Be blessed, be encouraged, continue to stay faithful. I pray that God is keeping you all safe and well. Blessings, hugs and love to you. Goodbye.